Everybody, this is Lollipop in 2659, Laura, and this is my second little vlog, so maybe I'll do a little better. We'll see. Anyway, since last week, back at the ranch, I've lost 2 pounds. I wish it were more, but I did have a stall and I made some changes, so I think they're working out. Last Saturday I weighed 216. Today I weigh 214. This is my 24th day of the VLCD on my first round. One of the changes I made was I switched from the homeopathic drops to homeopathic pellets, and I really like them. I like the taste better than the drops. My problem is the cap you pour the little pellets into is white, and the pellets are white, and I'm half blind at this point. so I have trouble seeing what I'm doing as far as pouring them out into the cap and then putting them under my tongue, because it says you're not supposed to touch them. You just pour them into the cap and then pop them under your tongue. And sometimes I pour out like 40 of them. So I'm getting the hang of it, but I have to remember to stand where I got enough light and put on my glasses, like Grandma. But I do like them better, and the 2 pounds I've lost have been since I switched. So I don't know if my drops had croaked or what. I would say it's all in my mind, but I don't feel like I lost 2 pounds of mine. Maybe more, who knows. But some other things I did was I did my first ever detox bath. I didn't really see any change from that. My weight didn't change. I don't know. Maybe my water wasn't hot enough. Maybe I didn't put in enough Epsom salts or whatever. I'm gonna give it another try. I'm gonna try that again tonight. It is Saturday, so it's time for a bath. But we'll see. I have been drinking some of the detox tea that I heard about on the vlogs, and I started breaking out around my mouth. I'm not missing my mouth with the teacup. I don't know what that's all about. My mom would say that's just the meanness coming out, having the breakout of the little bumps. But maybe I'm detoxing, and that's where I needed to detox from. Who knows? I know my skin is not oily like it used to be because I'm not having fried foods, other than in coconut oil, and I've not done much of that, but I have been playing around with it and enjoying it. I took your advice. So many of you have vlogged and mentioned the Saigon cinnamon or Vietnamese cinnamon. I went to Costco and I picked up a container of that, and oh my God, that's delicious. My husband tasted and he was going to fight me for it. He wanted to go stock up. I told him he was a hoarder. We're less than 5 minutes from the Costco. We can get more, no problem. But I've really enjoyed that. I went online and started searching for recipes with cinnamon, specifically cinnamon and chicken. I know it sounds weird, but I figured there are recipes out there, and lo and behold, there were. So I tried one. I didn't measure anything. I just sprinkled. But what it called for was the chicken breast, which of course I weighed and made sure mine was the right amount. And then dust it with cinnamon, salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning, of all things. And then I just pan-fried that with a little bit of the coconut oil. And of course I didn't use the temperature very hot because that wouldn't work well with coconut oil. But it browned up nicely. You know, it looked good, it smelled good, and it tasted incredible. That's a definite will do again, probably tomorrow. But it did. It tasted great, and it was a nice variation. Then I just cut it up, chunked it up, and put it on a green salad, and made my coconut oil, apple cider vinegar salad dressing, spices and stuff. It was fantastic. In fact, I had my sister come over and share lunch with me. She's starting today. She's loading today and tomorrow, so Monday will be her first round. and she was really psyched and looking forward to it. So I made the lunch and included her, and she loved it. She absolutely loved it. I wasn't sure how she'd feel about the salad dressing because I didn't have any of those xanthan gum to sticking it up or anything, so it's just really vinaigrette type. And she loved it. She turned up her bowl and drank the remaining salad dressing. So, but she really did like the cinnamon chicken too, so she's going to make that too. Um, so I think that was a good find. And while I was on the internet, I did find there are some recipes for cinnamon and beef, so I may try something like that before long. Since I got cinnamon, I may have to do it soon before my husband uses up the cinnamon and causes me to have to go shopping again. Because every time I go, I come back with more than I intend to. Another thing I found this week, all our local stores for some reason have now started carrying another variety of apples I hadn't seen. And of course, maybe they've had it before and I just never noticed because I've never been a big apple eater. Apples are like way down on my list of favorite fruits. I'm here in South Carolina, so we have peaches. Georgia talks about being a peach state, but we actually produce more peaches in my county than all of Georgia. Go figure. Anyway, I'm a peach person, I'm saying. But I found Honeycrisp apples, and they're larger than the Rome apples and the Galas and some of the other varieties that I'd been buying. But they look very appealing. They're very attractive, and I should have brought one to show you. Anyway, it's a large round apple, and just the name Honeycrisp sounded tasty, although I'm not a honey liker either. But as I was starting to pick out apples to put in my bag, a lady came up and she was going to get apples too, and that's the one she was looking for. So she said that a friend had told her about them, so that apparently it's a big thing in my town right now. Everybody's freaking out over these apples. But she had bought one previously and took home, and she and her 3 kids each had a bite, and then they were all fighting over it. And I figured if kids are fighting over an apple, yeah, I got to try these apples. So I bought 3 and came in from the store and had to slice one up and dip it into some stevia and Saigon cinnamon. And oh yeah, that was good. My problem's going to be not eating too many of those. So if I ever have to do an apple day, that's the kind of apple I'm going to do. Very crunchy, very crisp. And it wasn't even refrigerated. That was just straight from the store. It was that crunchy. So, Honeycrisp apple. Yeah. I saw in here 2 or 3 people who had talked about fried radishes or roasted radishes. So, I had a little bag of the little red radishes, common salad radishes, I guess. And so I washed those and chopped the ends off and stuff and then sliced them really thin. And I pan fried those in a little bit of the coconut oil. But my seasoning was off. I wound up getting them salty, which was nasty. It was like brine. So I'll actually have to get out my little measuring spoons. I don't have the smidge and dash ones like some of y'all do. But I'll have to measure it out so I get a normal amount and ratio of one thing to the other. But the garlic and the pepper were good. Very tasty, but too much salt. So, but I'll be doing those again. And instead of frying them, I may try them next time. Sliced up like that and put them in the oven and just sort of spray them with a little bit of coconut oil. I'll try it. We'll see. But I actually liked them. They were almost like eating fried potatoes. But they weren't starchy tasting like a potato, but it was very reminiscent. I guess it was enough to fool my little weak mind. So I'll be doing those again because I'm Southern. I'm used to fried stuff. That sort of makes me feel normal. Anyway, as I said, I'm on my 24th day, so I don't have too many more days before I'll be looking at P3, and that will be right in time for my birthday. I think I started just a week before my birthday, and so I'm thinking I might try to make one of those carrot mug cake for my birthday. Sounds good. White carrot cake. And now that I've got that cinnamon, oh yeah, I'm just a little bit of that cinnamon. I've been watching y'all say you're doing using the stick blenders to make the salad dressing and different things. So that's what I'm going to get for my birthday, is a stick blender. And a dinner out at one of the steakhouses here in town. I'm looking forward to having a steak instead of just 3.5 ounces. And a nice salad that I'll take my own dressing. Mine's better than theirs anyway. Another thing I want to try is the patella drops y'all are talking about. I went online and looked at those. Thank you, Hetty Dobby. And I looked up seltzer water and had to read about that because I've never messed with any of that. And I always go for the full gusto stuff. But I think I'm going to try getting some carbonated water or something, some seltzer water, and trying some of the patella drops to see how it does. That'd be good. This morning I had coffee. Hadn't had coffee in a long time. And I got one of those, the flavorings that you talk about. I thought that would be good. My phone's buzzing. Hang on a minute.